Twameva bandhu chasaka twameva. Twameva vidya dravinam twameva. Twameva sharanam mama deva deva. Twameva sharanam mama deva deva. Twameva sharanam mama deva deva. Twameva mata chapitam twameva. Twameva bandhu chasaka twameva. Twameva vidya dravinam twameva. Twameva sharanam mama deva deva. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Ram. Krishna 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 Krishna. Krishna 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 Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna He Krishna 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 He Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam. So I welcome each and every one of you today to our conversation today. Today we are looking on the continuation of the Ramayana, where Ram meeting, after being in exile, have passed through the whole forest of Dandaka. Now he has settled down in Panchavat. And while being there in Panchavat, he was happy. Things was going nicely for him. He has experienced the winter period in the Panchavat, and Lakshman was explaining about the wisdom of winter and how winter is that period in a man's life that tests his mantle. And that is a very important point. Until you pass through that phase in your life where you are tested, you will never know your capability or what you are capable of. And that is something. You see, many of us, we want to pass through only the summer period of our life. We don't want to pass through any winter. We don't want to pass through any bad period. No bad period, just sweet, sweet period. But this is the lesson that is there. And that lesson is it is impossible for you to only pass through good period of your life. It is impossible. For just as you don't pray for winter, you don't pray for summer, you don't pray for raining season, you don't pray for, for bad seasons, it comes on its own. And that is what Lakshman exemplified. That is what he taught. That whether you like it or you don't like it, so long as you are an inhabitant of this planet, because you are also nature, so long as you are an inhabitant of this planet, you will pass through the summer seasons of your life, and you will pass through the winter seasons of your life. And guess what? The winter seasons are also broken down into different categories. There is the period where the winter is extremely negative, extreme, where it it bites the body, it penetrates the bone. And there's a period whereby the winter is manageable. Now, the question you must ask yourself is which phase of the winter of your life are you currently in? It's a good question to ask ourselves. Which phase of the winter of my life am I currently in? Am I in the part that it is extremely, difficult? Or am I in the part whereby it is manageable? We must always ask ourselves that. The same also with your summer. We want summer, the weather is good, but then there are periods whereby the weather, even though it is summer, the weather yields no fruit. No produce comes out, even though it is what? Summer. And that is something that Lakshman taught us. And this we explained in the last conversation that we had here with each and every one of you. Today we are moving on from this conversation. After Lakshman finished speaking to Ram, Lakshman spoke about their brother Bharat. And there, Lord Ram instantly he did what? He chastised Ram. He chastised Lakshman. Do not speak ill about anybody or a person that is not in front of you. Do you see that? It is very difficult. It is very difficult. But you must control yourself not to speak negative about a person that is not in front of you. That there was the part of the lesson that Lord Ram impacted to Lakshman. After Lord Ram has impacted this knowledge to Lakshman, and they left, the season changed. It became summer, and everywhere was nice. The birds were chirping, the grasses were green, the mountains was beautifully cascaded with nice canopies of trees, and all the trees were laden with beautiful fruits. The weather was so enticing and so beautiful. One day, while they were enjoying the sweetness of this beautiful weather, there came Surpanaka. And this here is the beginning of, this is the crescendo of the Ramayana. I'm talking about the Ramayana. This is the crescendo of the Ramayana. All the other things that you've seen Lord Ram pass through, all of them were leading to this particular moment, because this is now the main beginning of the Ramayana. There was a lady called Surpanaka. Surpanaka was a demoness. She is the younger sister of Ravana. Being a demoness, she is very expert. She can disguise herself. Mm. She can disguise herself and take any form, any shape she wants to be. That is what most of us we do right now with makeup. Is it not? With makeup, you can transform yourself from being a very ugly person to being a very beautiful and attractive person. Surpanaka was an expert in this act where she could disguise herself. She is the younger sister of Ravana. When she was walking around, just, loitering around on her own, she came to this garden of Panchavat where Lord Ram and his brother and his wife were sitting. And when she saw Lord Ram from afar, she became enamored, she became attracted to him. While being attracted, she said, I desire this man to be my husband. I desire him to be my husband. So instantly, but if I want him to be my husband, then I need to make myself in such a way that I am attractive enough for him to marry me. So she disguised herself and went closer to the hermitage of Lord Ram, where Lord Ram was sitting down in the front with his brother Lakshman. They were just sitting and having a chat. And here comes Supanaka, bold, confident. She is her nature is everything that the modern feminist, desire for themselves. Because she was bold. She's confident. She believes in herself. She went closer to Lord Ram and then she said to Lord Ram, oh, handsome man, I love you. I like you. I want you to be my husband. Lord Ram looked at Supanaka, but being very respectful, he said, oh, beautiful lady, yes, indeed, your beauty cannot be described. And it is only a foolish man that will reject such a beauty that came on its own to him. But you must understand one thing. I have taken a vow in this lifetime that I will be with only one woman. Only one woman. Eka Patni. And because I have taken that vow that I will be with only one woman, see, the woman, she's here with me. He pointed to Sita. And hence, it is unjust for me to break my vow because I have taken that vow to stick only with her. But you see, my brother, he's here with me. This Lakshman is here with me. He has not taken the kind of vow that I have taken. Maybe you can approach him. You see, Lord Ram said this to her in a sarcastic, joking way. But you know, Surpanaka was emotional. So she could not read the meanings into what Lord Ram was saying to her. So she went towards Lakshman. Well, if your brother refused me, now I have come to you. Oh, young man, accept me as your wife. Lakshman laughed at Surpanaka and said to her, oh, lady, don't you know I am just Lakshman? I am the servant of Ram. And because I am the servant of Ram, if I marry you, it means I am going to make you to be a servant. How how fair will that be? Because if you marry a servant, you automatically also become a servant. So how fair will that be? It will not be nice. Surpanaka, hearing these words and then seeing that she has been rejected. You see, of all the words and things that is most painful, rejection is very painful. When your attraction is towards somebody, when your interest, whether it is an interest of love or an interest that is born based on some expectation, hi, and it is being rejected, it burns. How many of you have been burned by the fire of rejection? I have experienced that. Ah, it burns. And because Surpanakha was rejected, ah, she could not take it. Yes, Samad. She could not take that rejection. And instantly, the first person she looked at was Sita and said, these young men are here, me that have disguised myself to be so beautiful, but because of this woman, that is why this man has rejected me. So let me kill her. For if I kill her, then they are bound to accept me. Look at that. So instantly, Surpanakha, she leaped forward towards Sita, want to grab Sita. When Ram saw this, instantly Ram told Lakshman, hey, keep this woman in her place. So what Lakshman did was instantly he removed his knife, his sword, and he chiseled the nose of Surpanakha and her ear. And this is a big insult. The moment he chiseled it, it's like he cut it off. It was a big insult to Surpanakha. She was bleeding and she held her nose. How dare you? Do you know who I am? Do you know who my brother is? My brother is Ravana. Do you know who my other brothers are? They are Dushana. How dare you insult me in this way? Oh, Surpanakha was very, very bitter. And being bitter, she ran away from, she ran away from where they were. Running away from where they were, she went to meet her brothers, her first two brothers, to defend her. She told them, my brothers, see what has been done to me. See what has been done to me. The name of the brothers that she went to meet were Kara and Dushana. See what has been done to me. See, I have been disfigured. I'm a woman. My nose, there are things that is attractive in the body of a woman. And one of those things that men finds attractive in the body of a woman is the nose. Yeah, a good nose. Huh? The nose, the eyebrow, how the eyebrow is, how the eye is, the way the lips are, and the ear. Huh? Are you touching your lips? But yeah, these are certain things that men finds attractive, you know, in a woman. And these are also some things that some women also look in the body of some men. The way the nose is, the eyeline, the way of the eyebrows, the eye, the nose, the ear, things, these are attractive. And this has been disfigured. So she went to meet her brothers, Kara and Dushana, and said to them, "See, I have been humiliated by these two boys, these two men that are in the forest pretending to be saints. They have humiliated me. So please come and defend me." And see, first of all, before we continue here, there's something important that I must share with all of you. And that is many calamities that has befallen many people for so many years in history. It has always been recorded that the greatest form of war was always started by a woman. Do you understand? I don't know why that is so. It is unfortunate, but this is it. The greatest war, the greatest many of the greatest calamity that has happened on the surface of the earth was always it always starts because of a woman. If not, if the woman is not directly involved, she is partially involved somewhere because of a woman. So we move on. When she went to meet Kara and Dushana, she said to them, instigate them to fight. Kara and Dushana took 14,000 armies to go and fight two men. And in a few minutes, these 14,000 armies were reduced to ashes. They were all reduced to ashes. And still, Surpanakha was not satisfied that her grief, her vengeance has not been satisfied. So she now went to Ravana to instigate him. And this here is the beginning of the misfortune of Sita. And this here we are going to look into, but not today, in our next class. But let us look into the character of Surpanakha. Surpanakha was a woman, beautiful woman. There is something I want to reiterate here, which many of you don't know. And I know that it may be a digression, but I'm teaching you. You are my students. Some of you are, and to all of you that are here, I've taken you as students. I don't know if you have taken me as that in your heart, but this is what I've taken you. But do not ask me to give a full detailed explanation on this because many of you are not yet mature for this knowledge. But I'm going to tell you. Have you heard about the Kaaba in Mecca? You've heard. But do you know that the reason why the Kaaba in Mecca was created was because of a woman? How many of you know that? You don't know. Well, you know now. It was because of a woman. A woman was the reason why that Kaaba that is being circumambulated when we go to Mecca. One day I'm going to go to Mecca. That is being circumambulated is because of a woman that it was. It was what? Created. If you read the Bible, you will hear about the second wife or the maid servant of who? It's okay. If you read the Bible, you will hear about who? How many of you know the maid servant of Sarah? What is the wife of Abraham? What is her name? Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. What is the name of the maid servant that was given to Abraham and she was impregnated? She had a son. That's part of the story you are familiar with, isn't it? And how she was sent out and being sent out. She was in a desert, isn't it? And she was crying. And hence the angel appeared and said, wherever the child stuck his feet, water is gonna come from there. And that became the point where the Kaaba is today. That is the part of the story you've heard. But there's something else. After the war, where Ravana was defeated, after the war, Surpanaka was she became aimless. She has nowhere to stay. So she took, do you know what is called a Shiva Linga?
Yes, Baba.
Okay. The Shiva Linga is an artifact, a motif that belongs to, yes, that belongs to Shiva. She took that out of where? Lanka. And she was, with that, she was roaming around. She roamed down to where you now call Saudi Arabia, the eastern part where you call Saudi Arabia. And there she put the linga. She erected the linga there. And there is where she did her first worship. It is said when the water comes out from the child, that is where the first worship was done. You please, you must understand something that is being said here. In some other literatures or some other text, far, 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 far behind, it also said that Eve was the one that actually founded Mecca. That Adam came to meet her, where after they were separated, the first place he met her was the Mecca. That is what you've heard. So the point is, a woman is always what is being directed, but who is that woman? Well, I've told you who she really is today. Not the stories you've heard about her, but who she really is. Surpanaka. But before that, before all of that, what is the lesson that we are learning in this conversation right now? When frustration is not guided well, it leads to calamity. Do you understand? And there is an inner frustration that is present in each and every one of us. There is an animal, sometimes it's animal-like. There's an animal-like frustration that is sometimes present in each and every one of us. Let us break it down one by one. How many of you have ever been hungry for food? The moment the food comes into your front and people want to eat the food with you, you get really angry and irritated. Have any of you ever felt that? You get really angry and irritated. Or even if you keep quiet and you are sharing the food, but if they are eating more than you get extremely irritated. Have you asked yourself what causes that anger, that frustration? What causes it? There is another type of frustration that is born when you are rejected. And many of the things we have done is always born from these frustrations of being rejected, of feeling that I had a right for this, but now I am rejected on it. So why? That frustration, first of all, let us look at it clinically. The first frustration goes back to the nature of your DNA, just as how your forefathers, your hunter-gatherer fathers, used to fight for food. Ah, have you seen monkeys fighting for food? Not wanting to share food? Have you ever seen? Sometimes that comes into you also. That nature. But then that one of getting rejected, that is born from the feeling of entitlement. And hence, you must understand that even though we believe within the core of our heart that we are entitled to all of God's mercy, it is not going to come to you unless, first of all, you do service. Do you understand? The mercy of the infinite can only come upon you when it is accompanied with what? Service. And hence, no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you fast, no matter how much you like, why is my prayers not being answered? Why is the universe not blessing me? Why? When there is no service that accompanies your actions, it is not going to be manifested. So what Surpanakha was trying to do was to take without first of all rendering service. Are you guys understanding? So you must look at your life and see those parts of your life whereby you are really wanting something from the infinite, but it is not manifesting as you are wanting it. Go and look at where you are not rendering selfless service to somebody. Do you understand? For service is the key. Service is that which helps you to open doors. I wish to continue speaking, but my teeth is somehow. So yes, I'm going to stop here. I'm open to your questions now, and I'm going to stop here on Facebook, on TikTok also, so, on YouTube. So yes, you guys can ask me your questions now, and then I'll attend to it. Ciao, everybody. Is there any question?
Yes,
Yes, please ask me.